Hey beauties, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Darissa Rain, aka Riri, and I love my beautiful friend Chip with Moment with Chip here on YouTube. She, of course, will be right here, but she is pregnant. Yes, I'm allowed to say that. She's already announced it. But I love her so much. She's so amazing. She's so beautiful. She's creative. She's funny. Oh my God, I love her so much. She reminds me of my beautiful niece. I love her so much. So she reached out to me about a month ago. This collab has been a month in the works. And she asked if I would like to be part of a huge multi-channel collaboration where we decide, do we think it's a boy or a girl? Pretty sure y'all can already tell by my shirt. And, you know, rocking the blue hair too don't hurt. I'm team boy for sure. I have a boy and he's amazing and just exudes joy. I'm so over the moon excited for her. So this is a multi-channel collaboration. Of course, Chip and all of the fellow beauties will be linked down below in a playlist. Please go through and watch the entire playlist. And feel free to subscribe to everybody as well. There are a lot of beauties in here that I do know and that I love already, and some new beauties to me. So I will also be subscribing to those beauties as well. And thank you, Chip, so much. I love you. I adore you. I tried to go ahead and just do my base makeup, as much makeup as I could, because I'm not going to be fast forwarding this, because we're supposed to also give advice and kind of life lessons, etc. while we do our makeup. And y'all know Mama likes to talk. Okay, so I will go quickly through what I have on my face now, and then we'll jump right in. So I have on my e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation in the shade Vanilla. I also tried today, and I freaking love it already. I'm going to still keep testing it out. This is the Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Primer in Blurring. Feels amazing, and I literally, guys, my base makeup looks mother effing flawless, okay, other than my little friend. I also prime my lids with the Marc Jacobs eye primer. I set my face, my under eyes with my NYX HD finishing powder. And y'all, this is part of my project pan. I just want y'all to see. I'm getting her down, y'all. I also have on my Ciate London Date Night Blush, which is my fave. I love it. My brows, of course, are my Urban Decay Brow Blade in Brunette Betty. It's just my favorite. And it works so beautifully and stays in place all day long. I'm also using my Glamour Bronze, the Megastar Bronzer from Morphe. This is also part of my project pan. And my Cookie Highlighter from Benefit, which is also one of my all-time favorites. So, we are caught up. I'm going to be using my Blue Blood palette today. So, go Team Boy, and let's get on with the show. We are going to be diving in. I'm forsaking a little fluffy brooch, and I'm going to go into the shade Deceased first, and I'm going to put that on the inner and outer V / corner, whatever you want to call it. So first and foremost, again, congratulations. I am so freaking excited. Like, you guys have no idea. Like, other people's joy brings me such amazing joy. Feel the, you know, kind of the energy that other people exude, and like, I already know. I know, okay? Like, you just know when someone's going to be an amazing parent, when they're going to be an amazing mother. And, like, Chip is one of those people. I am first and foremost going to say, like, let's get the nitty gritty out of the way. Let's get, like, the not so amazing, not so positive, etc. Because I always feel like people try to make pregnancy seem like it is the best thing, the greatest thing since sliced bread. And I had a fabulous pregnancy overall. So for me, it was easy. My labor and delivery was pretty easy. But a lot of us, you know, I rarely ever hear, that's why I like Jenny McCarthy a whole lot. She came out with a book years ago. But just kind of being real in regard to like parenthood, pregnancy, the way that your body changes, like, you know, mentally, physically. I don't think that people often understand how much we change, how much our bodies change. So I want to kind of get into that first, and let's kind of like get that out of the way, because y'all know that I am a very open and honest person. Some people don't like that, but that's all right. But your body definitely changes, and people say, oh, you have the pregnancy glow, and you're so beautiful, and you this, and you... First of all, a lot of us end up with dreadful skin while we are pregnant, and it freaking sucks. I ended up, oddly enough, having very oily skin when I was pregnant, and y'all know I'm a dry skin mom. I have never in my life had oily skin. But I had very weird oily skin. I was very acne prone, also something that I hadn't dealt with since I was, you know, a teenager, obviously. You know, our breasts change, but everything changes. And our, you know, our moods do change. You know, our cravings and things like that sometimes can change. We can have a lot of aversions. You could literally feel like you were on top of the world and then have a freaking, you know, bipolar prego lady moment. And then you just flip shit. You know, you can feel super sad one moment and then be elated the next moment. You're going to be terrified. I mean, pregnancy is terrifying. Being a parent is terrifying. You know, I mean, we have another person's life literally in our hands. You know what I mean? And the way that we make decisions affects them greatly. And I don't think that people realize it, especially going into, you know, hey, let's have a baby, or, you know, planning a baby and stuff like that. But it's a lot more than just, oh my God, it's a baby and he or she is so cute. Yeah, it's not always cute. It's not always peaches and cream the way that people assume. Taking just a fluffy brush and just buffing over the edges a little bit. But, you know, our bodies change. We feel sluggish. We feel tired and stuff like that a lot, especially in the first trimester. Second trimester, I feel like, kind of as a general rule of thumb, everybody's different. I know this. You know, we pick up a little bit of steam. We feel a little bit better. And I think by the end of the second trimester, you know, typically we're showing all the way, you know, and you're kind of actually experiencing it in regard to visualizing things, you know, seeing your body change, seeing your belly and stuff like that change. And I think that reality kind of kicks in around that time. A lot of things that people don't talk about are, you know, having sex when you're pregnant. It's totally fine to have sex when you're pregnant. All the way up until you're big. All the way up until the day you have your baby, you can have sex while you're pregnant. There are also a lot of us that experience a lot of depression and stuff even pre-having our baby. I know for me, I did, and it wasn't even anything to do with pregnancy. I mean, you know, guys know I've had, you know, anxiety and depression my entire life. But, you know, don't be afraid to, like, reach out. Don't be afraid to ask for advice. Don't be afraid to tell your doctor, like, hey, something's off. You know, I'm not feeling okay. You know, be vocal about things, because we're the only ones that know how we feel. And it's so scary, and things are happening so fast, and everything is changing so quickly that it's like this crazy, amazing whirlwind, and everything's scary, but you're also anxious and you're excited and you're nervous. So I mean, I want to get that part of it out of the way. Sometimes it's not peaches and cream. Sometimes pregnancies are horrible. Sometimes pregnancies, you know, you don't feel well, you don't feel good, you don't feel like yourself. And that's a very real part of it. You know, our skin changes, our nails change, our hair changes. So let's get on with the wonderful part of it. Once you do have the baby, of course, everybody is different. I'm speaking from my own, you know, personal things. I was absolutely freaking elated. I think the most important thing is, and I think this is another reason why a lot of mothers become kind of depressed, you invested all this time, you know, and blood and sweat and tears and energy into your child, and you kind of push yourself to the side. So my very first words of wisdom, if you will, are going to be, please remember self-love. Please take time for you. No matter what is going on, no matter how crazy the day was, how stressed out you were, or how amazing the day was, take an hour every single day, slightly fluffy brush, and I'm going in ice cold, which is a very, very soft baby blue. But take an hour every single day. Go take a hot bath. Go do your nails. Go paint your toes. Go whatever the case may be. You know, go and just take a hot shower and mask. Do whatever it is for that little bit of time just by yourself. Blast the radio, blast your favorite CD, whatever the case may be, but just go into the bathroom, go into your own personal space, give yourself an hour. And I promise you that's going to make a difference. I know for me, again, like I said, I've always had depression and anxiety and stuff like that, but I did always feel like, kind of, especially as Caleb got older, I was like, damn, you know, I haven't painted my nails. I have not, you know, worked out. I haven't done this or I haven't done that. Remember that we, as the caretaker, cannot take care of everyone else around us if we're not taking care of ourselves. And we lose that. We lose sight of that, you know, when we become mothers. We are so vested in making sure that our children are okay. And of course, you're supposed to do that. But you can't lose sight of you being healthy and you being strong mentally and physically. And mentally, again, like I said, please reach out to somebody. There is no shame in saying, I think I'm a little bit depressed. I think something's not right. We know our bodies. We know our minds. And we understand when things are not okay. And this is for everybody. This advice, you know, is kind of just across the board advice. You know what I mean? Not just for the beautiful chip. But, you know, don't be afraid to open up and really be vocal and say, yeah, you know, something's off. Something's not okay right now. And reach out for help if you feel like you need to. But first rule of advice, please, please, please don't forget about self-love. You are worthy of also taking care of yourself and having those mommy days. I'm going in with a smaller, kind of firmer, fluffy brush and going into Blue Monday, which is this gorgeous cobalt blue. But that is number one, self-love, self-care, something that I learned the hard way that I should have done back then. Number two, patience. You are going to have to be patient. You are going to have to learn to take a deep breath sometimes and woo-saw a little bit because you're going to have shitty days. That's just the truth of it that other people don't talk about. You are going to have shitty days, and it's okay to have shitty days. You know, I mean, just like we as adults have, you know, shitty days. You have days where you don't want to be around anybody. Nothing makes you happy. You know, you're happy one moment and then sad the next, whatever the case may be. You know, our children have, you know, experience that as well. You know, they're human beings. So definitely learn to be patient and to not take yourself so seriously. Learn, you know, that it's okay if you do have an off day. It's okay if you do have to go through the McDonald's drive-thru once in a while. It's okay if you have to, you know, lay down and go to sleep with your child to try to get them to go to bed. But then you fall asleep and then they're awake and then they go steal grapes. But yeah. But, you know, be patient with yourself and give yourself time. This is obviously, it's something that, you know, we are born with instincts. But until you actually become a mother, you know what I mean? We don't know what we're doing. Jesus. And you're going to screw up. You're going to not always do the right thing. You're not always going to do it, you know, the way that everybody else wants you to do it, and that's something else. You have to do what feels good for you, what works for your situation. You know, if co-parenting works for you, or excuse me, co-bedding works for you, co-sleeping, then co-sleep. You know what I mean? We all have our own opinions on things, and I'm never one to say that somebody else's way is better or worse than someone else's. I'm not living in your four walls. You know what I mean? None of us is living in someone else's four walls. Do what works for your family. Do what works for your child, for their personality, for their wants and their needs, and your wants and needs. So definitely patience. Also, don't listen to other people. If people are trying to criticize you, then you just tell them, like, look, this is my journey. This is my path with my child, and I have to do it in my own way. And you have to stand firm in that because people will criticize. People are going to say things to you. You know, I let my son color his hair blue when he was 7. He got his ear pierced when he was 7, things like this. And, oh, I was the worst mother on the entire planet. But I've always viewed my son as just a human being, not as my son. And because of that, I allow him to just be himself and be creative and be bold. And I don't care what other people say. And you can't care. You know, we in general, we cannot worry about what other people have to say because essentially they're not living our lives. We have to do what makes us happy, what works for us. You know, every individual family is different. Another thing, laughter. You have to just sometimes take things with a grain of salt when it happens. And I also learned that the hard way. I used to get angry at just like little dumb shit. You know, if he would knock something over, he would spill something, especially when he first started walking and, you know, they want to grab everything. Learn to just honestly take a deep breath and be like, it's a water on the floor, or it's a whatever. You know what I mean? Try to be patient and be understanding with that they're learning the world as well. And while we're learning them and we're learning how to be, you know, a parent, they're learning the world and they're experimenting. And it can be hard. It can be frustrating. But take a deep breath and remind yourself again that every day is going to be different, and every day is different. You can have a schedule. We were on a 100% schedule for many years, but things happen. You know, maybe you have company. Maybe you're not feeling well. your baby's not feeling well, whatever the case may be. You have to learn to just take a deep breath, laugh shit off, and just adapt in that given moment. And that is crucial. Another thing, don't take your own self so seriously either. If you screw up and you put a diaper on backwards, you forget to screw the bottle cap on all the way and it spills all over your baby, different things like that. It's not the end of the world. Again, you're learning, you're growing, and you just have to literally take the bull by the horns and let it happen naturally. And it is going to happen naturally. You know, when you first bring the baby home, you're freaking out. You're like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. This is really scary. And it is. A lot of people don't tell you that. It's fucking terrifying. But you get the baby home and you're like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing. And a month later, you're like, I got this. Baby's going to wake up at this time to eat. I'm going to nurse or feed, the bottle at this time. And I'm going to do this. And we're going to take a bath at this time. And we're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. You're going to get nervous the first time that you change the baby's clothes and you feel like you're going to break them. Let me tell you, babies are a lot more resilient than we think they are. A lot more. So, give yourself time. You're not going to be, perfect every single time. And honestly, perfection doesn't exist. Do it your own way. And if it works for you, then it works. So laughter, patience, don't take yourself too seriously. Asking for help. I think asking for help is crucial. Especially when you're first coming home from the hospital and stuff like that. I mean, again, you're scared, you're nervous, it's completely exhausting. And you've got all these thoughts running through your mind. You literally are scared, you're scared shitless. That's something people don't tell you. You're scared to death. You're scared you're going to break your own damn kid. You're scared you're not going to be good enough and do good enough. You are. You're going to be just fine. I'm going to go into, what is this? Mint tea. And it's a fluffy brush again. But you're going to be just fine. It is your path to take. It is, supposed to be about you and your family. And just enjoy it. Enjoy the ride for what it is. But yeah, ask for help. If you get home, especially like I said, in that first month where things are crazy and you're just trying to learn things, reach out to people. If you have friends and family that are near you, coworkers, etc., don't be afraid to say, hey, can you just come over? I'm having a really shitty day and I just want to go take a hot bath. Whatever the case may be. And the funny part is that we constantly assume that other people are judging us when we have moments like that because people don't talk about them, but they're not going to judge you. We all have those days. And I wish I would have known that, back then. Like, it's okay for everything to not be perfect. It is okay for me to not be 100% on schedule. You know what I mean? Like, I wish I knew then what I know now, for sure. Of course, things obviously work out. He's thriving. He's 16 years old and going to be leaving me in 2 years. But, don't be afraid to ask for help. Also, don't take things too personally. You're going to have friends that are going to kind of bow out a little bit. Your relationships with friends and things like that may change. That's just the real of everything. But I will also say that this is the Revolution White Concealer. I will also say, though, that, man, is it the most beautiful, amazing, phenomenal, joyous thing you will ever do in your entire life. I cannot imagine my life without my son in it. I can't. They teach you, and I mean, you fall in love instantly. That part of it is 100% true. You literally, the second your child is born, even before they're born, really, but the second they're born, there is this impact that they make on your life and in your life. And it is the most beautiful, powerful type of love you will ever experience. I mean, like, being a mom for me is, I thank God every single day. I thank God every single day that I have my son, because he truly has changed my life. Our children are the pure definition of beautiful, unconditional love. And I want to say to you, to anybody, honestly, that's listening, if you're listening, yeah, man, don't take it for granted. And with all the kind of, bad things, you have to realize that at the end of the night, when you are kissing your child or they fall asleep and you're just laying there watching them, getting choked up, watching them in awe because of how much you genuinely love them and respect them, and how much joy you get from being a parent. Man, it is indescribable. absolutely indescribable. But I think that you're going to do an amazing, amazing job. I mean, I have tons of friends that, you know, I have said before when I found out they were pregnant, like, oh my God, you're going to be an amazing, you know, parent. And I don't say that, you know, in vain. But Chip, you're going to knock this out of the park, girl. I'm so unbelievably happy for you. And I know I'm kind of, you know, ranting and getting on like a weird little tangent here, but I just, you know, I think so often everybody talks about just the good parts of pregnancy and they don't talk about how, you know, scary things can be. This is scary shit, you guys. Like, you're in control of someone else's life. It's terrifying. I'm still terrified. And then it's so funny to me because years and years ago, a friend of mine, the same one that told me to check out my girly parts when I was 9 months pregnant. You're welcome. My same friend that told me that, she was like, you know what? She said, it's so funny because the older that our children get, and you guys listen to this, the older that our children get, the easier it becomes, but the harder it becomes. And I was like, what? It's easier because they're self-sufficient. They're independent. They no longer really need us, essentially speaking. But you've got to worry about how is the outside world going to affect them? How are they, you know, going to fit in at school? How, you know, how's peer pressure going to affect them at school? You know, talking about drugs, talking about sex, talking about real deal, real life situations. It is absolutely terrifying. You know, them driving, just all these different things. And I was like, wow, that makes a whole lot of damn sense. You know, it is easier because obviously, you know, my child can go cook his own meal if he's hungry or whatever the case may be. He tells me what he wants. He doesn't just cry and we have to figure it out. And you will figure out their cries, Chip. I promise. You know what I mean? Like, that part of it's all so much easier. You know, he picks his own clothes. He, you know, whatever he needs, he's vocal about it now. But then I'm also terrified every time he leaves my house. You know what I mean? Because I'm freaked out. I'm like, oh God, is he going to make the right choices? You know, is he going to get bullied today? You know, is he going to find the right girlfriend? All these different things. And it's terrifying. You know, we want the best for our kids. And when they're not in our homes, you know, and they're at school or even when they get, you know, they're grown, you know, we don't have control over that anymore. And it's really scary. But our job is to raise our children to the best of our ability and get them ready to live in society. It's, you know, ready to be on their own. But yeah, I mean, Chip, girl, I'm so proud of you. Honest to God. I know I'm rambling again. Y'all know that I like to talk. I'm just spraying my brush with some pretty fresh setting mist. And I'm going to go into my all-time favorite color in here and my all-time favorite inner corner highlight. And it is Cullinan right here. But yeah, I mean, I always like to be transparent and be open and honest about things. And I know that a lot of people want to sit here and say, oh my God, it's the best thing you're ever going to go through in your entire life. And it is, overall, it is. Like I said, it is the most beautiful thing, you know, I feel like any of us could ever, you know, have happen in our lives. It's the most beautiful gift that I've ever been given, and I don't take it for granted. But it's also scary, and it's also hard, and you're gonna yell sometimes, and you're gonna cry sometimes, and you're gonna freak out sometimes, and that is okay. At the end of the day, remember that this is your path, and no way is the wrong way. Do what feels comfortable for you and what works for you in your four walls. And I promise you, if you just do that, if you just listen to your gut instincts, and you don't allow other people to interfere with that, things will be fine. You are going to be 100% fine. But I'm huge on self-love, you guys. Huge on self-love. I mean, I tell my friends and stuff like that all the time, friends and family. I'm like, you have to do for you. You have to have that moment every day of just, you know, clarity and just being able to breathe. And there's nothing wrong with that. And don't ever let anyone, you know, make you feel like there's anything wrong with that, because there's not. Clean, fluffy brush again. And I'm just making sure everything's blended out. I know this look is kind of crazy. I wanted to just do something different and something kind of bold. And use as many blues as I could, of course. Speaking of self-love, if you're still here, thank you for listening to me ramble. I would like to do a little mini surprise giveaway. Y'all know I do secret little surprise giveaways in many, many videos, and I love doing them, and I love giving back to you guys. So in honor of self-love, I would like to do a little mini giveaway. You're going to get this little Ipsy bag. There's a face mask in here, a Khaleesi face mask. There is a lip scrub. This is from Perfectly Posh. It is the lip scrub in sugared yuzu grapefruit. There's also a lip treatment, my favorite lip treatment of all time. I've used this for years and I love it. And it is the Jouer Essential Lip Treatment. And then a Skin & Co. Polishing Micro Exfoliating Scrub. So you can scrub your face, you can put a mask on and hydrate your face again and just lay back and relax. And then trust me, you're going to get dehydrated too. So drink tons of water, and you also have a lip scrub and a lip treatment. All you have to do to enter is a boy with the blue hearts, girl with a pink heart or red heart, and that is it. Be 18 years old, please, and be in the United States, and of course be subscribed to my channel. Yeah, and I will end this on Monday the 17th, and I will comment on your comment and also pin it. The winner has 48 hours to contact me. So just a little something, and just a reminder, even if you're not a mommy, just all of us, you guys, we have to take time for ourselves. We have to learn the art of patience and not taking ourselves so seriously also. So yeah, just please be 18, be subscribed to my channel, US only. Yeah, I just want to send a little something, just a little care pack for, you know, self-love. So I think I'm good with the eyes. I'm going to go in now with my LA Colors Jumbo Eye Pencil. This is just white, and these are like $1 at Family Dollar, you guys. Okay, very cheap. And very pigmented, and they stay in the waterline. I really like these a whole lot. I've been buying these for many, many years. And if anything is, you know, if obviously you have different experiences, we all do, okay? You don't come from me in the comments. But if you've experienced something different, then that's totally, totally fine, you guys. This is my story. This is just how I've experienced things. These are things that I've learned throughout my 16 years of being a mama. This is the Douce mascara. I'm going to curl my lashes first, though, because I always forget to do that. And then when I'm not filming, I always curl my lashes. Like, literally, I cannot go anywhere without curling my lashes. Okay? But, you know, of course, all of our paths are different, you guys. I'm not saying, I mean, motherhood, pregnancy, labor and delivery, all this kind of stuff, there is no one size fits all at all. Every person is different. Every body is different. Every mind is different. Every child is different. You know, I feel like these are honestly just basic things for anybody in life. I mean, just being patient, not taking yourself too seriously, ask for help in life. And when you know something's off or you feel like something's off, make sure you do something about it. You know, and I feel like so often we're taught that, oh, well, we have to be perfect and nothing can ever be wrong. You know, we can't have an off day, and people, well, I've never raised my voice. I've never gotten, you know, impatient. I've never. Okay, honey. Well, if that's the case, then I'm going to send you a mother effing cookie, okay? Because you're the only person I've ever met in my entire life that has never had any issues as a mom, okay? But anyways, again, that's just kind of my general kind of advice to give, you know what I mean? Like, enjoy the ride, enjoy it for what it is. Like, I loved being pregnant, absolutely loved it. I had a very easy labor and delivery. I mean, of course, I had the usual things, you know what I mean? I had morning sickness, and there were times that, you know, my body didn't always feel the best. But overall, I absolutely loved it. But I did, again, experience, you know, a lot of depression. I always thought that, okay, I had to be perfect. I had to be the perfect mom. I had to do everything the way that everybody else tells me I should do it. And then you finally just get to a point where you're like, hold up, let me take a deep breath and let me find my way. Let me find my path with, you know, my child. And that is the best advice that I could give. You know, there's gonna be hard moments, but you guys, there's gonna be hysterical, amazing, funny moments as well. You know, you're gonna get pissed on and shit on and thrown up on, and things are, I mean, it's a ride. It is a ride, faux show. But you're also going to have a friend for life. You also have someone that you can laugh with, cry with, be there for each other with. This is Blue Snapscara. I mean, it's amazing, you know, seeing your child smile for the first time, them, you know, holding your hand, reading for the first time, riding their bike for the first time. Like, my God, oh God, it's so beautiful, you guys, so beautiful. But yeah, that's that. And I know, I'm rambling and I do apologize. I'm a very passionate, you know, mother. I love my son more than words will ever even be able to express. And I love being a mother. Okay, this is Laura Lee Los Angeles, the shade Jaybird. But yeah, I'm going to do my lip and then come back, and then we're going to end this very long video, and I do apologize. Here is my finished look. Thank you so much again, Chip, for inviting me to do this wonderful collab with you. I'm very excited. I'm super excited to see everybody else's looks as well. Sorry about the mirror. I'm excited to meet some new beauties also through this collab. I think that's the most fun part about doing a collab. It's just meeting new people and kind of learning about other people. So go Team Blue, and I can't wait to see what she's actually having. So thank you guys so much. Please don't forget about the little mystery secrets giveaway for the little bag for the self-care. Again, please be subscribed to my channel. Leave a comment down below. Blue boy, a blue heart for boy, or a pink or red heart and girl. So it must have both. You must put boy and the blue heart, and girl and a pink or red heart. And then I will pick somebody on the 17th that I will send this out to. I know it's not a whole lot, but I really try to do as many little secret giveaways as I can. Thank you, Chip. I love you. I adore you. I am so over the moon happy for you. Please don't take this as me being negative in any kind of way. I just want to be open and honest, because not every day is going to be peaches and cream. And it's okay for it not to be, is my point. It's okay for things to not be perfect. They can be just perfectly you and perfectly yours. So thank you, beauties, so much for watching. If you have not already, I'd love if you subscribed and joined my beauty family. And please always remember to be your own best beautiful. Bye, beauties!